Today I'm doing a video on the Case Knives Seahorse Whittler. This is a rather interesting and unique looking one. It has this Warncliffe blade, which is your main whittling blade. It's very thick as far as case knives and slip joints in general go. It uses both back springs for that one main blade. Now, the complaint some people have about this knife is that because it's rather narrow and so thick, it gets thick behind the edge quite quickly. So down here, it's not as good for whittling through things, although it feels really nice on the thumb. So it's great for bearing down with the thumb. But where it really excels is up here near the tip for that really precise whittling and carving type action, because as you see, it thins out a fair bit up there, quite a bit actually. So it's very nice for detail work up here. Now what it does have is down here it has a regular pen blade, which works quite nicely and is of course thin. It also has, I think it was called a coping blade or something, which is this one, which is great for getting down into when you're carving, you're making like a little box type hole. It gets in there quite nicely. The only modification I made to this is that when this came, it didn't have this rounded part. This part was very much up and over, like very pointy in the corner there, which what I found was when it was closed, that made a hot spot right there where it would make a blister. With that tiny little bit of rounding I did, it makes it very comfortable in the grip. This is now a very comfortable, very ergonomic knife. I like how it has, as they call it, their as ground finish. So the blade, it's just the way it's ground. There's no extra polishing, stone washing, or anything on it. It's just you got the way that blade was made, there it is. I kind of like that look. Let's see, you might be able to get it to focus in. You might be able to see it says USA 10355 WHSS, so I think WH for Whittler, stainless steel, made in the USA. Anyways, without showing you a video of use, there's not much more to really say about it, other than this one has the G10 handles, so you've got your brass liners, stainless steel blades, and G10 scales. It's nice. It's you're not going to see people complain about this. It's a classy looking knife. It's not too big, and yet it's big enough to do things that you might need to do. You can absolutely use this to open boxes, whittling, and although I wouldn't call it a survival knife, if you were in the woods and you're having to, I don't know, bushcraft some things, that's an overused term, but if you are having to actually make some things to keep you alive out in the woods, yeah, it's not a big blade, but it's actually pretty sturdy, other than, like, I mean, if you're stupid, you might bust off the pointiest part of the tip and end up with a bit of a screwdriver tip. But, I mean, it's not going to leave you without a knife, and you still have these other blades that have points on them. So, I'd say, as far as being a neat knife overall, I recommend it. As far as being a useful knife, I would not recommend it as a useless knife. It's not useless, it's quite useful. So, pick one up. It comes in many configurations as far as handle scales. There's different synthetics, there's bone of all different colors. I think they might have even had one in stag, if I remember right. Cost a bit more, but pick one up. I don't think you'll regret it.